Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. It has been a busy day for us. We have Vacation Bible School this week, and I was at the splash pad with the littles while the big ones were at Vacation Bible School. So it has been a busy day, and I'm happy to take a little break from it all and talk about chiropractic care and essential oils and how they can be used together and how much more beneficial actually it is if they're used together. I love chiropractic care, and of course I'm not a chiropractor, but I go to chiropractors a lot and I have had a lot of experience with them. And in my training as a Pilates instructor, a lot of what we're trained to do is to look at the body and to look at alignment, and it's not the same, but it is similar to what a chiropractor would do. They just do it a little more in depth than how we would do it. So chiropractic care is really based and founded on a principle, and it is that the body has the ability to heal itself, but that does require homeostasis. Now, homeostasis is just balance. So the body requires balance in order to heal itself. And an uninterrupted flow of nerve impulses from the brain and the spinal column that travels to the rest of the body. So in chiropractic care, they're always looking at the spine, right? They're looking at helping the spine to send those nerve impulses and have them not be interrupted. Because when they're interrupted, messages don't get sent to the rest of the body. So when the vertebra and the bones are not aligned with our joints, that's misalignments, and those misalignments are called subluxations. Okay, so they interrupt the flow of the nerve impulses, and that's really what keeps the body from being healthy and to be functioning well. So it's really, really important. So how does the body become misaligned? Well, from things you wouldn't even think about, right? So just everyday stressors, just our everyday life. Bad posture, sitting slumped over all the time. Really, we want to be having really good posture, helps with our spine. Lifting things incorrectly, too much sitting, maybe you have a desk job and you sit at a desk a lot. Computer work, you're hunched over. Even some people that do a lot of texting or things like that, they start getting misalignments in their fingers and their thumbs and their wrists and even their shoulders and stuff, because they're always in kind of interesting, posture. And so you can get subluxations from that. Then you can get them just from emotional stress, lack of sleep. You can get it from just doing hard labor and exercise. And then, of course, you have traumatic events that could happen, like car accidents. So David and my girls, my three little girls, they were in a car accident about 1.5 years ago, and I wasn't in the car. But they all went through a few months of chiropractic care because in something so traumatic like that, you are a full impact, your body can get out of alignment, right? And again, when those things aren't in alignment, those nerve impulses aren't going and they're not getting messages to the rest of the body, it's not good. So how are these things corrected? Well, they're corrected. A chiropractor uses manipulation. So he manipulates the bones and the associated muscles and joints, and this is generally focused on the spine, right? Chiropractors are always looking at the spine. The spine is kind of the central nervous system's all right in there, right? All of those pathways will run right through the spine. So here's a little interesting tidbit. The word chiropractor comes from the Greek word, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but looks like chair. And that means hand, and practicos, it means done by, so done by hand, right? And it was coined by a patient of the original creator, Daniel David Palmer, in 1895. So chiropractic care, it's been around for a little while, right? So Mr. Palmer really researched the spine, right? He really looked into, okay, what is it about the spine? And he found that those misalignments had a relationship with disease that would happen in the body. And that is something that he really was passionate about, and so that's what kind of started this whole idea of spine health, right? So John Howard, who was a follower of Palmer, he broke away and he started kind of a new thought process surrounded around chiropractic care. And so Palmer, the original, he was more focused on just manipulation only. So if you went to this kind of chiropractor, then you would go in, he would adjust you, and you would leave. Then the other thought that Howard brought in was he did lots of different kinds of things. So you might visit a chiropractor like this, you might come in, you might get a little bit of a stem kit, you could get some massage, you could get all these different things, and then you would come in and get adjusted. Maybe they would use instruments to adjust you, so not just their hands. So there's lots of different... there we go. There's lots of different doctors and thoughts surrounding chiropractic. And I've been to all of those kinds of chiropractors. I've been to many different ones. All throughout my dancing career, because I have a BFA in ballet, so I danced professionally before I was married. And I would not have danced as long as I had without really... working with my chiropractor. It was so important to keeping me moving physically and keeping my body moving. As a dancer, I mean, you have hip issues and you have knee issues and you have ankle issues and you have back issues and you have all sorts of things going on because you're pushing your body to the max. So I would go in, and I saw lots of different people. I would go in actually weekly when I was dancing, and sometimes the adjustments were quick, and sometimes I needed a little bit more attention. I needed some massage. I needed my muscles to be loosened up because you need to be relaxed in order to be adjusted. A lot of people actually are a little bit anxious about being adjusted. You go in and you'll hear some pops and some cracks. You have to really just take a deep breath and relax your body and let the chiropractor do his job, right, and get your body back going. I was also in 2 pretty bad car accidents as a young adult, and all of my vertebra and from the base of my spine up through my neck were like twisted. And that was hard to recover from. I got several adjustments every week for quite a few months, and that really helped me get back going. And what a lot of people don't know is that with chiropractic care, it's not just about your physical sense. So, like I said at the beginning, when our spine and things in our body are aligned, right, we don't have those subluxations, everything's aligned, then those nerves get to send those messages to the different parts of the body. Now, if you have a misalignment somewhere in your back, that could be affecting your digestive system, right? If you have a misalignment somewhere in your neck or somewhere else in your body, that could be affecting your ears or affecting your head. Maybe you get chronic headaches and different things like that. By using acupuncture and going in for adjustments, you can really support your body in that way, right? Those are things that you wouldn't think, oh, chiropractic care for digestion, or maybe your child gets chronic ear infections, because why? When they get ear infections, right, oftentimes when children get really congested, the fluid gets locked and pushed back to their ears because this is all really close and connected. And so little children, their tubes are not very big, and their tubes go like this instead of like this so that they don't drain. And oftentimes fluid gets locked in the ears and they get ear congestion and ear infections. But what would it look like if we were able to clear that up by doing some chiropractic care, right? And making sure things were flowing correctly. So I did that with one of our girls, and it helped tremendously just to support the proper flow of that and just make sure her physical sense and her physical body was in good, perfect alignment. All of these things, right, are stressors on the body. These physical stressors, the emotional stressors, and those long-term stressors, they can lead to disease in the body. So we know this. We know that when we're under stress, we can make ourselves sick, right? Even just, that's why people are hypochondriacs sometimes, because if they think that they're sick so much, they're actually going to become sick. So we have to pay attention to the stress that's happening to our body, whether it be emotional or it's physical. So the three kinds of stress we need to be aware of is there's chemical stress that we can put on our body, and that is just our chemical environment. What kinds of things are we putting in our bodies that's causing toxicity? Because that's a stress on the body. And that's tobacco, that's overabundance of alcohol, caffeine, processed foods, synthetic drugs, synthetic dyes, perfumes, lotions, all of those kinds of things. That is causing chemical toxicity in the body, which is causing stress. Then we have physical, right? I already talked about that. That's heavy labor, that's intense exercise, things that might impair the function of the body physically. Poor posture, maybe you're sedentary, maybe you have a desk job and you sit down a lot. Hi, baby.
Mom, can we watch a movie?
Yes, one show. And then we have emotional stressors. So stressors that alter your mental state. So maybe those maybe pattern changes in your day. You know, we just switched from the end of the school year to the summer, and I've seen my kids, there's been some stress happening, right? My kids are kind of like crazy. They don't really know what to do with their day anymore because they are not in school. And so that has been hard on them. And I've noticed some stress come into our family. Then maybe you've lost a loved one, or you have a new job, or just relationships in general. When relationships have issues, and oftentimes they do, it's just the nature of them, that brings stress in. Children, your marriage, different things like that. So, but if those stressors, if they stay stressful, right, for a long period of time, that is going to create lots of wear and tear on your body, and that's going to cause subluxations, and that's going to cause cellular damage. And those are the things that we want to be looking at, right? When we're looking at how well is my body? How am I responding to stress? So 3 ways that we really can manage stress is continual chiropractic adjustments, right? We want to make sure that that flow of energy, those nerve endings, all that is open and communicating, right? It's really important, whether that's a weekly adjustment, maybe it's twice a month, maybe it's just once a month, but you're going in kind of on a continual basis.
Mom.
Yes, dear.
You put on a balance sheet.
You know what? I'm in the middle of teaching a class. How about I help you in just a minute when I'm done, okay? Okay. Okay, go in the other room. Anyway, it's summer. Yay! Everybody's home. So we also want to pay attention to our cellular health. And this is making sure that our cells are very healthy, and how that directly correlates to the health of our body. So the health of your cells is directly correlated to the health that you express physically, right? So also we want to be taking really good vitamins. If we're dealing with cellular health, we want to be feeding our body correctly. So what are you eating? Are you eating really good nutritious things? Are you eating things that are going to put stress on your body? Are you eating things that are actually going to promote wellness in your body, right? So taking really good supplements, the doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack. I mean, I talk about it all the time, but it really is a very, very beneficial vitamin for everyone, not just people that deal with chronic health issues, but for all of us. I've been taking it for many years now. And then, of course, using our essential oils, right? We really want to use the oils because they help to support our body on a cellular level, but they also support us emotionally. I'm going to need some balance after this class, for sure. So also utilizing the AromaTouch technique. Now, the AromaTouch technique is a really great technique, and what it does is it brings homeostasis to the body, much like what chiropractic care wants to do, right? Bring that balance to the body. That's what the AromaTouch technique is. And all it is a technique, and you use several oils and in one after the other. And I actually have a massage table, and I do this on my family. And I put the oils on the spine, and I massage them in a certain pattern. And it really does a beautiful job. It usually takes about 20 minutes. And at least it takes 20 minutes for me to aroma touch David. And it's very, very relaxing. You definitely feel a difference after doing an aroma touch massage. And that's a technique that you're going to want to do, probably once a month would be a really good thing to do, just to make sure that you're bringing balance to your body systems. Okay. So some of my favorite oils that I like to use, because I really think, oils and chiropractic care, they really go hand in hand, because what are we always trying to do? Well, we're always trying to bring balance to the body. We're always trying to bring the body to a place where it can heal itself, right? And support the systems that are inherently in our body, right? God created us with these systems that can take care of itself. So how can we support that? Well, with the oils, it's really, really helpful. So before you go into your chiropractic adjustment, you want to be relaxed, right? Because it's really hard to adjust a person or to be adjusted if you're not relaxed and you're all tense, because it's a little bit scary when they adjust your neck. I'm going to say that because it really is. I actually have to take like a nice inhale, exhale, and then I let it go, but I have to really mentally go to that place of relaxation. And the oils have really helped me with that. So before I go in, I like to grab my lavender. I grab my balance, right? I put them on the bottoms of my feet. I put them on the back of my neck, and then I smell my hands. And that does a great job of just bringing down my anxiety, helping me to relax, and helps my muscles to relax. So if I'm going in and I have an issue, like I'm in pain in some way, or I'm going in like I've really hurt my back, then I'm going to prep my body, right? So I'm gonna rub some lavender. I'm going to do lavender and balance, and then I might do, maybe a little bit of aroma touch oil. That's a blend on my back, right, to help just relax those muscles. And then I'll go in for my adjustment. And then on my way out, I might put on some winter green or deep blue, things that are really going to help with pain and helping to decrease inflammation in the body after I've been adjusted. So those are some of my favorite things. I also really like, if you have neck or shoulder or head tension, one that you could use after your adjustment would be past tense. And it's a very strong oil, but I like to rub it on my temples, on the back of my neck, into the shoulders. Frankincense would be a good one to pair with that. And then, of course, lemongrass. I love using lemongrass on very, very sore muscles and achiness, because we like to call it poor man's deep blue. It's quite a bit cheaper than deep blue, and it works really, really well for just supporting the achiness in the body and supporting those joints. Helichrysum is another one that you wouldn't normally think of that would be really good for muscular type issues, but I use that oftentimes on my back when I'm having back issues, and I pair that with deep blue and winter green and that helichrysum, and it does a really, really nice job of just massaging on my back and then down into those muscles down there, and it really, really gives benefit. So it's a great thing to use. You can use these before you go in for your adjustment, and then you can use them afterwards too. They're a great support to the body. Again, I really believe that chiropractic care and essential oils just go hand in hand, and I think they both are moving in the same direction, and that direction is empowerment and healing of the body. So anyways, I hope that you got some great info about this. Go make an appointment with your chiropractor and get in there weekly for your adjustments. It does a body good, does your mind something good. Again, it's all about a wellness lifestyle, right? We want to be building that wellness lifestyle and living it out, even for your kids. I even took Everett right after I had him. One of the first things we did was made a chiropractic appointment and took him in, and they manipulate the baby with just their fingers. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I have so many stories about how beneficial it has been, and for our family, but also for many friends of ours. So anyways, if you like this and you want to share it with friends, go on over to my public DNA Essentials page and you can share it from there. And anyways, I hope you guys are having a great June and a great summer. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.